the only thing that you'll see truth in what they do is the small town stories. Anything that's just totally irrelevant. Yes, exactly. I was surprised they didn't cover the gays. The way my representatives, we did representatives.
That's what we need to talk about.
Okay.
You don't wait for somebody to
Okay.
You need a white balance.
To our rally on International Women's Day. We are here to celebrate women and to insist on our access to birth control. Yeah. Okay, we have speakers today. We have singers. We have a comedian. We have a great rally. Okay, let me just ask you, when Rush Limbaugh says we're all sluts and prostitutes, what do we say? No, we're not. We are not. When ISA has a hearing with only men regarding reproductive rights, what do we say to ISA? We will remember in November, all of you, all of the candidates, all the politicians who are eroding women's rights and who are disrespecting women. We will remember you. Women are 51% of the voters in this country, and we are going to vote. We're going to vote all of you out of office. We are strong. We have power. We have the power to vote, and we have the power of numbers. And we're going to band together and use that power to vote them out. Okay, and when Rick Santorum says birth control is wrong and counter to the way things are supposed to be, what do we say to him? No, it isn't. Boo! Okay, we're starting this rally with our wonderful, world-renowned Women's Occupellas, and they're going to give us two wonderful protest songs regarding this issue, and they're ready to go. Thank you.
The glory of the flame of women's rage, kept smoldering for centuries, now burning in this age. We are no longer prisoners in the same old gilded cage. That's why we're marching on. Move on over, or we'll move on over you. Move on over, or we'll move on over you. Move on over, or we'll move on over you. For women's time has come. It is being done your cooking, done your cleaning,
wonderful. Now we have from Planned Parenthood, Jennifer Coburn. She is, Jennifer? Oh, there she is. Sorry. She is Communications and Marketing Director at Planned Parenthood.
Good afternoon, Pro-Choice San Diego! Thank you, Occupy Women, and thank you, Occupellas. Today is International Women's Day, a time when millions of people around the world attend events to celebrate the achievements of women. And we have made great strides. Yesterday, I had the opportunity to talk to Sarah Weddington, the attorney who won the 1973 landmark decision Roe v. Wade, which legalized abortion in the United States. And she said that when she was growing up in Texas, that the only club that she was eligible for the presidency of in her high school was the Future Homemakers of America Club. She was not allowed to serve as the student body president, only the secretary. For women, sexually active women, to reduce the need for abortion by preventing unintended pregnancies. Did you know that if the California Family Planning Program, which provides contraception for low-income women and men, if that were eliminated, the abortion rate would increase by 34%, and the rate of teen pregnancy would climb by 37%. Contraception is a public health issue. And just a few weeks ago, during the congressional hearings about contraceptive coverage in healthcare reform, San Diego Congressman Darrell Issa refused to allow a woman, or in fact any woman, to testify. Sandra Fluck, a student at Georgetown University, she wanted to testify about how a friend of hers lost an ovary because she didn't have access to birth control pills.
Here today, she's going to speak. She's former assemblywoman and chairman of the Women's Caucus, and she will speak to us about women's rights.
Thank you. What a great group to see out here today. Happy International Women's Day. And doesn't it say something that the only way we can seem to get together and recognize it is when once again women are facing a war on their own bodies. Stop the war on women. It's really very clear. This poster for 8 years. I received this poster in Washington, D.C. 8 years ago. 1 million people marched for reproductive health care equality, and nothing has changed. And on the back, this is from Planned Parenthood's Republicans for Choice. Pro-privacy, pro-family, pro-choice. It's that simple. I just want to add to it. Whoops, there we go. So, maybe that's not going to work. Thank you. So, stop the war on women. It's a simple message, and it is a war because it's affecting our lives, our health, our families' well-being. And we have to stand up as we are today and say very clearly, every day from now until November, to people like a certain radio personality who thinks it's appropriate to call young women horrible names. I won't repeat them, but they are horrible. What do we say to people like that? Stop the war on women. I want to hear you guys say that back. Stop the war on women. What do we say to a congressman who holds a hearing on family planning and doesn't let any women testify? Stop the war on women! Stop the war on women, Darrell Issa. Let us speak. We know a few things about family planning. Thank you very much. And what do we say to the senators who try to sneak in a bill on family planning into a federal transportation bill? Stop the war on women. Now, I personally also want to thank them for bringing attention to this war, because it has been pretty much under the radar for the most part. We have seen attacks going on now for months this year. We have seen state legislatures pass laws, including one that was signed into law today in Virginia, that mandates that a woman seeking an abortion is required to have an ultrasound. Thankfully, they took out having a transvaginal ultrasound. It's okay to say transvaginal, isn't it? It's a medical procedure. Most of us are women here. We may have had one at one point in our lives. But the fact is, the state of Virginia was trying to mandate a medical procedure, and I promise you that there were, if any, probably very few, if any, medical doctors voting on that bill. Let's be clear, medical decisions should be made between a person and their doctor, not a person and their legislator. And let's be very clear about the economic benefits. Jennifer talked about the advantages of family planning in California. We have reduced unintended pregnancies more than any other state in the nation. Why? Because we have funded family planning. Every dollar we invest in family planning, and that's really what it is. Most women eventually will have children, but they may choose to delay it until why? They finish college. They get a job where they feel they can support their family. They want to plan when to become a mom, and their husband wants to plan when to become a dad. Every dollar we invest in planning for families saves us countless thousands of dollars in the long run, because the health of the mother is better, because she gets prenatal care earlier, because her baby will have better nutrition in the womb, and the complications and birth defects drop off considerably. Every dollar we put into family planning results in a healthier mom and a healthier baby, and saves us taxpayers thousands of dollars in health care. Every time we help a woman make the responsible choice about whether or not to become a mom, we help create stronger families, better economic conditions for that family and for everyone associated with that family. Every time we invest in a woman's health care, we wind up saving money and having her be a healthier mom, a more productive employee, and someone who likely will go on and become educated and be contributing ongoingly to our communities.